That was no bad, wasn't it?
Glorious! No, I won't give in till I'm victorious!
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video, as you can tell by the background with it being so bare, we are in the midst of moving to the new gaff. Don't worry ladies and gentlemen, this is not the final product and I do apologise if the mic is slightly echoey. It's because it's an empty office right now, we're not fully moved in yet, but we're here to talk about the football. So Barry and the treble medal will have to sit and wait to be put on display because we are here to talk about Porto 1, Rangers 1. What a freaking result. Yes, I was going to clap there, stopped mid-sentence and then just gave up on it. But you know what, before we go any further on with today's video, just a friendly reminder between me and thee, we are closing in fast on 35,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mental. So if you are new around here, or even if you're a regular viewer who hasn't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so and help us not only smash 35k, but march on our way towards 55k. But back to the football then, shall we? Because we have a truly incredible performance from the Glasgow Rangers to break down and react to in today's video. It was just a joy to watch. That's the Rangers team I recognise. That performance right there, that's the Rangers I know. The Rangers at the weekend, not a clue who they are. Hope they didn't come back. This Rangers, I hope they stay. Because you know yourself, no many people gave us even a sniff of a chance to go over there and get anything for the game of football. But not only did we get something for the game of football, we actually came pretty damn close to coming away with the entire 3 points. But I'm not going to be complaining at all, ladies and gentlemen, because that 1-1 draw moves us to second in the group behind Young Boys, who again went top with another 3 points as they beat Feyenoord pretty damn comfortably. But enough talking around the game, let's actually dive in and react to it then, shall we, and get to the game recap. Now the first 5-10 or so minutes was Rangers sort of feeling the game out, just trying to get a foothold of the game, some nice passing here or there. I thought our passing was particularly impressive throughout the entire 90 minutes, but the first half especially, it wasn't as expansive as it did grow into, especially during the second half. But we were holding our own and Porto was showing signs of what they were capable of. Then the game changed round about the first goal and you could see that Porto was just starting to pile more and more people forward. But once again, we conceded a goal from one of our own silly, needless errors. And the man who done it, it wasn't Tavernier. Nah. It wasn't Connor Golton. It wasn't Ojo. Nah. It was the man who never seems to make mistakes. It was Ryan frickin' Jack. That's the run of form we are in right now in terms of defensive errors, when it's one of our best and most consistent players that gives the ball away. But it has to be said, yes, we gave the ball away cheaply, but the finish is nothing short of absolute class from Diaz. One touch, opens the body up, and it's, you see the curl, it starts way out and comes all the way in right to the top corner. That's the step up in quality, and you gave these guys a sniffing opportunity. That is what they're capable of. And I think when the goal went in, we all went, oh no. We started off alright, but the last 5 or so minutes, they've grew into the game. This is going to be a long, hard shift now. But once again, this Rangers team was asked a question, and boy, did they respond. Almost the exact second that Porto scored, Rangers went, you know what, let's just go for this. Let's just go after them. And you saw what we started today. I mean, we hit the bar within a couple of minutes. Alfredo Morelos rising between two giants in the middle of them. Very, very close. I know Porto hit the bar earlier on in the game. That was 1-1 in Barry, if you're keeping score. But it wasn't just the fact that we were putting more and more people forward. It was the way that we started to play when we went 1-0. Doing some of the most beautiful intricate passing I've ever seen for Rangers is what we're doing away from home versus Porto. And the goal itself, just look at that, utter class. As much as the first goal was a world-class strike from Diaz against us, our goal was world-class build-up. I mean, you get the ball right to Ryan Kent, the touch, the spin on the ball right to Barisic, and Barisic's run with the ball, and the cross he puts in is beautiful. And Morelos, you can say what you want about him, but he takes a touch inside the box, looks at the goalkeeper, then drills it into the top corner. That is utter class from the madman Alfredo Morelos, and you saw by the celebration how much it meant to him. I mean, you even had that Suarez guy for Porto coming here and tapping Alfredo on the shoulder. Can we just throw the picture up? That's Alfredo celebrating, and then the guy touches on the shoulder, and then look at that. I absolutely adore that mad SOB. And shortly after the celebration from Alfredo Morelos, the halftime whistle went, and we sat back and went, you know what, we ended that half like we wanted it more than them. But in the back of their mind, you're not getting too excited about the performance because you're saying to yourself, this is Rangers Football Club, we're Rangers fans, ladies and gentlemen. It's never, ever going to go to plan. But weirdly, we just came out the start of the second half, once again, like we wanted it more, and we started creating opportunities. I thought Ryan Kent was honestly excellent. We would kick that ball and he would carry us 15-20 yards every single time he had the ball. Whether he had two men on him, he was willing to take them on. That type of class is absolutely invaluable at this level, especially in European football. Just that ability just to drag us forward with the ball, beat people and create that half a yard to then getting the pass away. Ryan Kent, honestly, absolutely incredible. If that's the performance he's putting in when he's not at 100%, can you imagine what he's going to be doing when he's up to speed? And you know what, we just spoke about one very good player there. Let's transition to the next player, and that's Bornabir Barisic, already sitting on an assist, and shortly into the second half he whips an unbelievable cross in for Alfredo Morelos. It's whip, it's got dip, it's got everything else that rhymes with that, right to the back post. Alfredo Morelos meets it perfectly, but once again Alfredo Morelos is stopped by a truly world-class moment from a goalkeeper. That save just sums up everything, but again, it was the movement and it was the cross from Barisic, which was simply scrumdiddlyumptious. And that was the last chance on goal that we sort of created in the game of football, but we didn't just roll over and start to take whatever Porto was giving us. Nah. We were still competitive, we were still whipping balls in, but we just never quite got into the end of them. But it has to be said, as good as all these players were at keeping it defensively tight, and Ryan Kent, Barisic and Hollander was incredible throughout the match, one man reminded us once again why he is the best goalkeeper in Scotland, one of the best goalkeepers we have ever seen. Shagger McGregor at the end of the game, a double save of frickin' dreams. Oh man, I'm honestly running out of things to say about Alan McGregor. I absolutely adore that guy, and the fact that he was able to make that double save. Now the first one is a very good reaction save, you know what I mean? It's gone to the back post, everyone sort of ignores it, the guy gets a foot on it, gets it back on goal, Shagger's there. But it's the second one where he spreads his body out and saves it with his feet is a truly world-class moment from our number one, which made sure we left Portugal with the 1 point in hand. So Shagger McGregor, there's one for you, son. And that was it sort of from a chance perspective in the overall game. I mean, you look at the stats, we had 9 shots, 2 on targets. They had 10 shots, 4 on target. The possession was split 50-50. So I'm pretty damn sure everyone will agree that the draw was probably the fair result. So the game recap is done, but we are nowhere near done in today's video. Nah. We need to speak about a couple of these players, lads. Now, to be fair, I could speak about every single one of them and speak about pros that they did in the game, because every one of them rolled their sleeves up and played to the standard of a Rangers player. But again, we've mentioned Barisic, who was incredible. Ryan Kent was skilling and thrilling. But there is one other player who I personally thought was the man of the match, and that was none other than Philippe Hollander. That is a centre-half performance, so composed, whether it was deflected passing and he had to slide in and make a last-ditch interception, whether it was holding the striker off so the goalkeeper could get it. Hollander did it all in that performance, lads, and he just absolutely strolled it. And the fact that this man could put out that level of performance after missing the game versus Hearts and then sitting for a couple of weeks no playing for Sweden is truly a testament to the man. I think the big boy only got by him once, and the one time he did get by him, Hollander was experienced enough and smart enough to just take the yellow card, pull him down and make sure that attack died right then and there. What a performance for Hollander. That is a selection headache for next week. And I honestly couldn't be any prouder to be a Rangers fan right now watching that level of performance from everyone. Now we know we spoke about a couple of players, but everyone really pulled in and put a shift. I thought Barca, now did he have the best game on the ball? Was he absolutely outstanding? No. But did he try? Aye. And we can appreciate that. Seeing a guy that can barely walk off the park because he's ran himself into the ground is what we want to see as fans. And Barca did that. I thought Stephen Davis was excellent. I mean, it was certainly outweighed and a hell of a lot shorter in that midfield, but did that intimidate him? No. Did he control Pereira? I mean, the argument could be made. What a performance for him in the middle of the park. And now again, we know that Ryan Jack made the mistake in the game, but did he make any others? I don't think so, and he broke up so many plays. It was absolutely great to see Ryan Jack back, and I thought he actually helped Tavernier a lot as well, because if you notice, Ryan Jack naturally shifts into the right back position and covers Tavernier a lot and makes sure there's no counter attacks when Tavernier does go forward. So you saw a better performance for Tavernier in the squad because Ryan Jack was there to help him out at that right spot. But honestly, that's where we're going to end today's video, because I could sit here and talk about them all damn day and talk about how much I love every single one of them, but I didn't want to take up all of your night. So now I hand the reins over to you guys. What's your thoughts and opinions about that performance and draw versus Porto? And now that me and thee have had their say, let's sit back and relax and hear from the people. Now, there's been 1,433 votes already, and there's still over 48 minutes to go. That's truly incredible support. Thank you so much. 4% votes for other, 5% votes for Ryan Kent, 44% of the people votes for BB, but the winner with 47% of the vote is Helander. That shows you how well those two played. And I can't wait for this, so let's just jump right to the people's opinion then. J Penny writes in, close between BB and Helander, but Helander gets it from me. What a team performance though. On to Sunday we go. Heart and Hand writes in, Barisic. Shout out to David Edgar. Thanks for writing that one in, mate. Rusty writes in, Barisic, Helander were great. Ryan Jack with another strong performance. Shagger though, he's absolutely sensational. Brian Graham writes in, I think James Tavernier needs a mention tonight. His deliveries were absolutely bang on. He stood up and was counted for tonight. Captain's performance. Vitav, Ewan McTaggart writes in, Barisic was absolutely standing tonight. His overall game was excellent. Some of his crosses he put in were insane. Ewan McKenzie writes in, Helander and BB for me were absolutely outstanding. Incredible performance from the whole team though. Rock and Roll Elvis, I love that name every time, mate. Thanks for writing in. Writes in, Helander was an absolute rock. Keemstar writes in, brilliant performance. A point is very good. We could have won though. In the last two or three we'll read out. The first one comes in from Rory. He writes in, Helander should be in there if he keeps that up. That's an argument for a different day, but I mean, Rory is right. If that's the level of performance he's putting in versus the very best, can we afford to swap him and drop him in other games? That's a question I'm going to be interested to see what you say in the comments. Gustav writes in, BB all the way. The recent visit from King Sasapapach to Ibrox has paid off. The man has thought about it. And the last one we read out comes from John, and he writes in, Bonnebear and Helander for me, but I think Stephen Davis' performance went under the radar. He was very solid. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people, you've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? We just drew with Porto. Let me know what you're thinking. And before we're out of here, I need to give a special mention to the absolute legends on the Patreon's account. Thank you so much for all your support. If you would like to support the channel, as always, links for that is down there in the description below. And I've been CJ Over 92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.